Google DeepMind just dropped a crazy new model. However, it's not the typical language model you're used to. The model is called Genie 3 and it's Google's newest AI world model. Hi guys, I'm Omri from AI Academy and today we'll be covering Genie 3 and all its features. So what is Genie 3? Genie 3 is a general purpose world model that can generate an unprecedented diversity of interactive environments. So what does that mean? Given a text prompt, Genie 3 can generate dynamic worlds that you can navigate in real time at 24 frames per second, retaining consistency for a few minutes at 720 resolution. So basically what they mean is that you can type in a prompt and create a new world based on that prompt, and then you can walk around in that world with your arrow keys and maintain 24 frames per second in 720 resolution. And this isn't just a video. The world is generating as you go, and then when you turn around and things like that, it maintains consistency. So here's one of the examples from Google. Basically they have a horse and you can click around and move it. So as you can see, they're clicking the arrows and moving around the world. So yeah, basically you can interact with it real time and you can walk around as you can see in the portal right here. And this isn't a pre-coded video game. It is all being generated in real time. And as you can see, if you're turning around, it remembers what was generated before. So what you're seeing here isn't a video. It's just frames that are generated, if that makes sense. So what are some other capabilities of Genie 3? Let's go see. So Genie 3 is able to model the physical properties of the world. So lighting, water, physics, different terrains and things like that. So as you can see, they have a rover around here driving with the arrow keys, and when they click a different key, you could see it turning. So if they click forward and left, it goes left a little bit. If they click left, it goes more left. You could scroll around to look around, and this is all being generated in real time. So it's not like a video game where everything's predetermined. This is all happening in real time. Another demo of it is this on a jet ski, and look at the light bulb when it hits it. It kind of flies off as almost if it hit a human. So it looks very, very real, and the water reflections look real. And basically the point of this is to be able to simulate the real world as closely as possible. Another one of the things in their demo is a wave crashing on the pavement in Florida, and this is pretty much what it looks like in Miami when there's waves crashing along the pavement of a road if the road is pretty low. This is scaringly real, and it's all being generated in real time, so none of this is like predetermined. It's just based on a prompt and then based on the character walking around and how it interacts with its environment. One more demo that they have is this little jellyfish that you can control, and you can swim around the ocean with it, and it simulates very similar floating style to when you're scuba diving. So yeah, basically again, the whole purpose of this is to simulate the world as closely as possible to real life, and things are looking pretty good. Another simulation that they have is a helicopter pilot flying next to cliffs, and you can control the helicopter using the arrow keys. Now another feature is the simulation of the natural world. So they have a couple of examples here. This one is of a lake that looks pretty realistic, and look at the trees, the branches, all the little leaves look very, very real, and this is all being generated at real time. They also have a demo of a bunch of jellyfish. Another one for the simulating reality is this little Zen garden that looks pretty real. You can see the reflections of the sun in the water and the different plants around it too. Look at this one. So there's another one that they added, which is about leaves in the forest with water flowing off of them, and this looks pretty real as well. So these are all simulated environments, so they're not real, and they're being generated as the video is being recorded. Another one of the features that they have is modeling animation and fiction. So it's not only our real life, they can also tap into different imaginations and animations and different things that the user with inputting the prompt can generate for themselves. So it also looks like it can generate little games with animated simulations where you can fly around a dragonfly or jump this little lizard or play around in this mystical land that it again generated in real time. This is kind of crazy. Another use case is exploring locations and historical settings. So as you can see, they have this guy using a suit to fly. Another one is here in the Venice canals with a boat, and you could look around, steer around, and see what it's like. So basically what I see this going towards is AGI and the metaverse, and everybody will have headsets and we'll be able to see these different worlds. And I think also once there's some sort of multiplayer aspect connected to a bunch of different headsets and you can generate these worlds just based on your movement, I think that will be something that's big, but don't quote me on that. This is just my prediction, but we'll see what happens. Here's another demo that they have about walking around this little palace. This is another demo of walking around in a city in Illinois, and honestly this looks like just a really bad phone video, but it looks super real. Here's another demo of a guy mountain biking on a cliff, and I've mountain biked next to a cliff before, and that's pretty much what it looks looks like. Now, again, I can't express this enough. These are not videos. Well, these are video recordings of this program, but the program doesn't generate video. It just generates the world frame by frame, if that makes sense. So like this right here, it's not a video of someone doing it. It's you controlling a character that has the ability to do this based on the prompt that you give it in a generated universe that it's creating in real time. If you're not fascinated by this, I don't know what you're doing, but this is insane. Another feature that they added is promptable world. So basically you can decide what event happens next. So we are on a prairie here, and we can either decide if we want a brown bear, a green tractor, a horse rider, or hot air balloons. So let's decide for the brown bear. So brown bear just starts walking in front of us, and then we can do the green tractor one. We're walking around, and then looks like there's a green tractor in front of us when we decide there should be a green tractor in front of us. Let's do the skiing one. So we can have a banana skydiver next to the ski. Let's go look and see what it's like. Okay, that is a banana skydiving with Genie 3 on it. But yeah, this isn't just a video. When they generate this banana is being generated in real time, and as the user looks up, they see a different angle of the banana every time. So this one is for the deer herd. So a deer herd is going to come in, I'm assuming very soon. Oh, yep, there they are. So as you can see with this deer herd, the user didn't choose to ski around it or anything, but when you have access to this, you can just click the arrows and ski towards it and go check out what the deer herd is doing. So this is being generated in real time, so you can make a different decision than someone else in the situation and have a completely new thing in front of your eyes. Now for real world scenarios of why this is important, the actual meaningful part of this video. Now Genie 3, the thing that generates the world, is not aware of this agent schools, so it just simulates it based on just regular actions, and it doesn't simulate it based on the agent school. So here we can pick a goal for the agent to try to achieve, and basically as you can see, it says approach the industrial mixer. So the world isn't generating based on us giving it the goal, but it's generating based on the agent's actions. So if it goes to the industrial mixer, it gets closer to it basically. So go to the cooling rack, the agent is walking towards the cooling rack and it's at the cooling rack. Another one is walk to the glass case, and bam, the agent is at the glass case. Another example is here, go to the pot on the garden, and the world is being generated on its own based on the actions of the agent, but the agent has to figure out that it needs to go onto the pot. Another one is walking to the shed, so it's going to go around the pot and look for the shed, and it's going to try to find it, and it sees the shed right there, so it goes through the shed. So here we have the market scenario. So we told the agent to go to the baker, so it's going to look around, find some bread pieces, and understand that that's the baker. Another one is this one in the museum, so the agent needs to go to the amethyst display, so it looks around, finds the amethyst, and walks towards it. This one is walk to the T-Rex, so it obviously sees that there's a T-Rex right in front of it and walks towards the T-Rex. But yeah, basically this allows Google to train different agents to do things in real simulated worlds, and I think this will accelerate the learning of robotics and AI integration to society, and it'll speed up a lot of things that weren't possible before. So right now there's a couple of limitations. So it has limited action space. It also has limitations when it comes to interactions and simulations of other agents. It's currently unable to accurately represent real world locations. So those videos you saw above aren't of real world locations, but they are based on the real world. It also has trouble with text rendering. So text only renders once the instructions for that text to render are there. So it won't render text on its own. So that's an issue that they're having right now. And it has a limited interaction duration. So it can only do a few minutes instead of a long time. So yeah, Genie 3 is the next step to world models. It's the beginning of something new where Google could train a lot of different things on this model. And keep in mind, this is going to be the worst it is, and it's only going to get better and better. So look out for this. Once the next thing comes out, maybe Genie 4, I think things are going to get a lot more scarier and people are going to realize what the meaning of this is. So yeah, I hope you find this video useful. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for AI tutorials, AI news, and anything AI related. And comment down below to let me know what else you want to see. So I'll see you guys in the next video.